Hey everyone, it's Allison. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I am bringing you a layout today using 6x6 paper pads, and I'm trying to use all the green I can. So I'm just showing you here, I have a green polka dot from Echo Park, and this raindrop pattern, it's hard to see on the screen there, is from Bo Bunny. And then I have a floral from Pebbles, and then 3 from the Glitter Girl 6x6 paper pad. The one with the glasses on it I think is appropriate because of the giant shamrock glasses that we were given at this parade. So these are photos from St. Patrick's Day Parade from 2012, and I do have those green glasses, and I originally thought I would put them on this layout, but I'm actually going to save them and make a 12 by 12 featuring some of the different floats and dancers and things. So I will put those on there. They're fairly bossy, so they sort of dictate a bit of a color scheme. But there's also a fair bit of blue from my daughter's coat and some pink. So that's why I don't feel like I can use just greens on this layout. So I'm trying to bring in some of the tealy blues and a little bit of the pink in that floral. It's very minimal, but I figure it needs to be there. So I'm just trying to figure out how to lay this out. Now, my one large photo I had printed at 6 by 8 because I like the size to sort of highlight the family grouping there. But there are people that I don't know on either side of my husband and children. So I'm basically going to cover them up with photos, and I'm not going to worry about that too much. So on the left-hand side, I took 2 1-inch strips from the 6 by 6 paper pad. It's like a, what kind of color is it? Aqua greeny blue, I guess, with a yellow diagonal stripe on it. And I will figure out a way to cover the join. Right now I've got a strip of the rainbow paper that will help cover the join, but is not wide enough to cover the whole thing. So there's going to be layers there to cover up where those 2 papers meet. And then down in the bottom right, I've got the full sheet of that Bo Bunny paper, the raindrop paper. I have matted the photo of my husband with my youngest daughter on his shoulders on the polka dot, to the green polka dot. And that one is cut to, it's 4 inches wide, but it is about 5.5 inches tall. I just wanted to cut a little bit of the height off it so that it didn't take over the photo so much. And I've used that to cover up the person on the right-hand side of my family that I don't know and I didn't really want in the pictures. So down below the 2 photos, I've got the close-up of my daughter wearing those glasses. That is cut to 4 by 4. And then I've got another photo of my little one on my husband's shoulders from the back this time, and it's at 3 by 4. And I don't know if you can tell, but in the large photo and in the smallest photo, my little daughter has her fingers stuck in her ears because she didn't like all the noise from the parade, all the different bands and everything. There was quite a few different pipe bands, and they, despite being over 50% Scottish, just didn't like the noise of pipe bands for a long time. I do make mention of that in my journaling later. So now I'm trying to figure out how to cover up this join, and I took a narrow strip of the floral paper. So I put the floral paper behind the 2 smaller photos on the bottom right, and so to bring that paper over to the other side of the layout, I put that narrow strip beside the rainbow paper. And then I put the rainbow paper on the other side of the large photo to sort of bring that across too. Now I've just put a strip of the striped paper that's down the left-hand side over in the bottom right. This is again to make sure that I have these patterns in more than one place so that it seems less random and more purposeful. I put a small square of the paper with all the glasses on it right beside my daughter there, and then I put another smaller strip up above where my husband and my daughter are. And then I have used some green washi tape to mark out where I want to put some embellishments. And then I went hunting for those embellishments. So I'm starting off, I have this little pouch of sort of layered shamrock shapes that I've cut previously, and I made a few cards with quite a few years ago. And I have chosen 2 sizes, 3 of each, and those are going to go into the 3 different embellishment areas where I've put the washi tape. And then I've got various sticker sheets out, and I've pulled some green stickers that are appropriate. And then I have these, they're like rubber, I guess. They came in a Gossamer Blue kit. I've never used them. I have a couple packs of these rubber things, and I've never used them on any layout. So we'll see how they hold up. I've heard that they can sort of disintegrate. So we'll see. But I've pulled out 3 different colors, but they do sort of go with what I'm talking about in my journaling and the photos, and the colors work as well. And then I've just layered a couple of cut-aparts that were from a free printable from the Simple Stories. They're February free printables. One is a giant shamrock, and then one is that blue banner that says Lucky Me. And I moved that one around a little bit because I'm not sure where I want it. I quite like it, but I'm having trouble making it work, and eventually it comes off and I don't put it back. So now I'm trying to figure out my title, and I've pulled out several different letter sticker options, and I've got, I had a scripty Bella Boulevard font or letter sticker that I thought of using originally, but there wasn't really enough space where I was thinking I would put it to use that font. And then I have these October Afternoon in the green, but the green was just, it wasn't really working, and it was a cream background as well, so I put those away. And then I've got this other Bella Boulevard from their Sophisticates line, and that fits perfectly right there on that 1-inch strip of paper. And then underneath I am using these glittery sassafras stickers. I originally thought I would spell out parade with those, but I have no A's, so my second choice was to just put the year. Now I've got some really old Stampin' Up! Stickers, and they are green doilies, and several of them have a cream background, but I managed to find some with white because my cardstock there is white, so the cream would be quite jarring. And the papers I'm using all have a white undertone as well. None of them are cream based. But I eventually cut one of the big doilies in half and layered in there. I've got another green sticker in there that I tucked in earlier. Actually had a tree on it. It was from a camping line, but tucking it behind all those papers, you can't even see that there's a tree on it anymore. And then I'm moving around. I had that flag banner right after the title, and it wasn't working at first. It looked like it was part of the title, and that was not my intention. So that's why I put the shamrock in between the title and that banner. And then it just makes a little bit more sense. It becomes an embellishment, not part of the title. So I'm just working my way around, making sure that each embellishment cluster has the shamrock shape and then one of these doilies. And I need to find another one for that embellishment area up at the top. And there was one more on the sheet, so I've tucked that in. And then each one has one of these rubber banner things. And then I had a few other stickers from sticker sheets sort of stuck to my desk, so I put those in. And I have this old sheet from Chamel's Starshine line, I believe. And there's a few word stickers on there that fit the bill as well. So those go on. And when I was looking through all my embellishments, I came across these chipboard hearts. They're gold foil. So I'm putting some of those in as well. I figure hearts is always good when you're talking about your family, and the gold works too with the St. Patrick's theme, because the leprechauns would give out gold. And I have this sheet of little puffy stickers that I got in a Planner Society kit. And there's just a couple on there. There's one green heart, one sort of green circle, and then one arrow that says hearting this, like a heart, apostrophe N this. So I get those on in each embellishment area. And now it's time to turn my attention to my journaling. And that large shamrock is looking a bit bare. I wasn't putting anything on there that had texture to it. So I figured that's a good place to put a little bit of journaling about the day, and I talk about how my two youngest daughters don't like the noise, and so they cover their ears a fair bit. And I put the date sort of curved around the top of that shamrock. And then I decided to talk about my thoughts now, because when I was looking at these pictures, I got really excited, and I thought, oh, we should do that. You know, St. Patrick's Day is a Saturday this year, and we have nothing else on. We should definitely go downtown and check out the parade. Only to find out it has been canceled, and it was canceled last year as well due to lack of sponsorship, and that made me quite sad. So I wrote down those thoughts in the journaling, and that white area of the layout was seeming quite empty to me, and it wasn't trapped white space, but it was definitely sort of needing something. It felt like it was missing something. So all that journaling fits in there and makes it tie everything together. So there's not this big gap as if things are going to fall into the hole or something like that. So last accent pieces are some enamel dots and some jewels. I had this one sheet that had like 5 or something, or 4 green enamel dots, and so I got those on the layout with my green jewels, and then sprinkled on some gold Heidi Swap color shine, and that's it. Layout finished. So this is lots of fun, combining lots of different shades of green. If you look to nature, nature is not one shade of green, so if you are worried about matching your greens, the best trick that I can tell you is to add lots of different shades, and then it'll all work out. All right, thanks guys. Bye-bye.